Plants in the open garden, when we're fully exposed and we don't have a snow cover, they're very susceptible to frost damage, freezing damage. Here, especially here in Port Townsend, we have just this ceaseless wind which can really dry them out. So it's really good to have the plants well watered so that they have ample moisture in the roots prior to this cold. And what happens without a mulch on the ground when it's just bare, snow serves as a very nice mulch. It insulates them, holds in the heat. Another substitute for snow cover would be just using ground bark, or what we do a lot of times as a mulch is we use this pit wash dairy manure from a dairy and squim, and it provides nutrition and also holds in the heat. A lot of times what we use instead of a mulch necessarily is we'll take the tops of the plants. If we're doing perennials that get cut back in the fall anyway, we'll use those and we'll just mulch them. This is Lobelia tupa from Chile. Stems up to 6 feet high. We chop them up, just cover it, and it makes a very effective mulch. It prevents it from freezing. This is a very disease-resistant plant, so it doesn't have any pests or diseases. I wouldn't do that with peonies or hellebores, which tend to have a lot of overwintering fungal spores. So those you'd have to just mulch it, covered over with straw or manure or bark mulch. And another way to protect your plants, what we do here at the nursery with containers, is if we don't have room in the greenhouse, we simply cover them with a tarp, and that traps in the ground heat, and we anchor the tarp with very hardy plants that can freeze solid. This one grows up in Greenland, so I'm not worried about that turning into a block of ice. But this tarp will help protect the plants, and it's good if the temperatures are down to the high teens, low teens. If it gets down in the single digits, we throw a bunch of empty pots on top of this tarp, throw another tarp on top of that, and we could have a dead airspace, which is further insulation. So that's just an easy, cheap way of protecting plants.